How to avoid eBay defects. Is it even possible to avoid them? Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Polish Pete and I'm an eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. Today I would like to talk about eBay defects. Is there really a way to avoid them? Or maybe we just have to accept the fact that these are part of our eBay business and just stop giving monkey, you know. But first, if you would like to be notified about my future videos containing eBay advice, please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell. So guys, what am I talking about when saying eBay defects? What do I mean, by saying defect? There may be few different defects when you sell on eBay. It can be late delivery defect, late dispatch defect, item out of stock defect, item not as described return, or even negative feedback can be considered as defect. Even a normal return, like a return when somebody says, I just didn't like it, can be considered as a defect, but obviously when return like that happens, there was nothing you could do. Customer ordered the item and item didn't fit, or they didn't like it at all and they are returning it, and there was nothing you could do to prevent it, really. So each of those defects will have a negative impact on your account. No matter what you think about it, there will be a negative effect. Sometimes small, sometimes big, sometimes huge, but there will be something negative. Each of these defects will break that velocity cycle, will put you out of track, will put spanner into your works, it will cause losing the momentum, you can call it however you want, but this is what is going to happen, it will somehow slow you down. Obviously, if you sell a lot of things, a ton of things a day, you may not even feel that you have slowed down, but you had, maybe it was such a tiny slowdown that you didn't feel it, but there was a slowdown definitely. Maybe some positive, because when you sell a lot, maybe some positive things has happened after that defect that kind of covered that defect, or maybe neutralized that negative impact. So for example, you have received 20 positive feedbacks. So is there a way to avoid defects completely? No, not really. If you are selling second-hand goods, there will be always something that goes wrong. Even if you are selling new goods, guys, things tend to be defective. Sell enough of them and you will get that defective item. Our goal and our job is to reduce the number of them, avoid as many of them as we can, obviously without the reasonable thinking. We have to reduce it to minimum, to an acceptable level. Every return that you have to deal with, every defect that you have to deal with is time and money, because you have to deal with it. You will lose your time and sometimes you will lose your money, because you have to accept the return and you have to pay for the postage and all that kind of stuff. But there is a level where avoiding them at all costs doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's just economically reasonable to accept the fact that you will have a defect, as it will cost you less than avoiding those defects. For example, if if you have to go to the parcel shop every single day and it's far away, it costs you money to get there and back, and it costs you time. So maybe it will be smarter to do it twice a week, even though it may create a situation where there will be a late dispatch or item arriving late to the customer. Yeah, but you will save money and time by going to the parcel shop only twice a week instead of 5 or 6 times a week. Yeah. In fact, guys, the, there is a general opinion that 1 in 6 mobile phones sold in the world is somehow defective, but most of the customers don't kind of like don't know it, because the defect is so small that they just don't notice that defect. So for those companies manufacturing those phones, it is economically more viable to just sell those defective phones, and when the defect has been spotted by the customer, just replace the phone, instead of investing money in quality control and picking up all those defective phones and replacing them on and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just cheaper to replace those phones to the customers that will notice the defect. Yeah. And in general, I believe we have to do, we have to adapt the same approach on eBay. Yeah. If you spend 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes on on inspecting every item of clothing that you sell, if there is a defect, there is a hole, there is a mark on stuff or stuff like that, that's a lot of time. Yeah. If it's a 5 minutes or 6 minutes, 100 items is 6,000 minutes. Yeah, or 5,000 minutes. That's a lot of time. That's 10 hours. Yeah. Or on the other hand, you can have a quick glance when you photograph the items. When you spot it, you spot it. When you miss it, you miss it. Yeah. And when there is a problem and customer comes to you with a problem, messages you, hey, there is a spot, you didn't mention that spot. Oh, I'm sorry, you can return it. We can give you a partial refund for washing up the item or something like that. And it will be cheaper for you to do it than inspect every single item for 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. Okay, if the item is 50, 60 quid or even 30 quid, maybe it's viable to have a look and spend some time looking for the flaws. But if you sell, like me, items that are 5, 6, 7 quid, there's no point to do anything more than just a quick glance. Yeah. So guys, how to avoid defects? I will say that in some sort of 6 points, but they are not in a particular order. It's not like the first is the most important or something like that. It's just a random list. Yeah. So number 1, in terms of late delivery and item not received, it would be wise to upload tracking number every time you get it. Ideally, it would be wise to use service that will automatically upload that tracking number into eBay, so you won't waste your time. So Royal Mail website, Hermes website, or Parcel to Go website, all will do that. They will automatically upload the tracking number. When you go to the post office, yeah, and you send your item there, and you write down the address on the parcel and you hand the parcel, and they will give you back that slip, yeah, that you have sent it with a tracking number. Then you have to upload it by hand, and it takes time. Yeah. And you may make an error, and instead of 5, you can hit 6 on your keyboard, and everything goes to the dogs. Yeah. So I would suggest using those services that can upload it automatically. Also, daily dispatch helps a lot because you've got that extra day or two where, before the customer gets mad, basically. But if you do it twice a week, still, it can come a day later because you've sent it like 2 days after it has sold. If you do it every day, if you send out items every day, you can always say to the customer when the parcel is late, hey, I did my bit, I did whatever I could, I have sent it next morning. Please be a bit more patient, allow 2-3 days for the parcel to arrive. Yeah, and then you kind of like, the customer sees that you've done your bit. Yeah, you've done good job. Yeah. Okay, guys. Number 2, item out of stock. How to avoid that? You need to have a good inventory system. Yeah, a pile in the corner, yeah, is not an inventory system. Everything in the bins is not inventory system. When you have to open the bin and look 15 minutes for the item, oh, it's not in this bin, it must be in the other one. Oh, it's not in the other one. Oh, maybe it's the one that is on the loft. That's not an inventory system. Yeah, go and have a look on this video, watch this video basically, to see my inventory system. I'm not saying it's the best, I'm not saying it's even good, but it's reasonable. Yeah, go and watch that video, and maybe you will find something that may interest you, and maybe you will find something that you can actually apply to your inventory system. Yeah. Also, guys, implement that inventory system as soon as you can. It's easier to implement it when you've got 100 items than when you've got 10,000 items, yeah, or even 1,000 items. Yeah. Number 3, item not as described returns. The best way to avoid them is not to give the customer a reason to return the item. Most accurate description, no half-truths, no gray areas, nothing to allow customer to be picky about. Yeah. Obviously, there will be people who will still open item not as described when there is something, where there is nothing wrong, and they just lie. But then you can report them to eBay. eBay will refund you the money you've spent on postage, and they will delete that defect, so you will be covered. Yeah. Okay, and one more thing here. If you decide that you don't inspect your every single item throughout, being very like inspecting them very truly, and you just instead have a just quick glance, you will have to accept that you will have those items not as described returns, because it's just a numbers game. Yeah. If you just do quick glance, you will miss something. Definitely you will miss something. It's just the way it is. Right, guys. Number 4, negative feedback. You can deal with negative feedback 2 ways. First, you can go and contact the customer and say, hey, what's wrong? How can I help? What can I do for you to make you happy? Yeah. And then ask them, hey, I've done my best. I think I've made you happy. Can you please revise your feedback? Yeah. I've asked people to revise feedback when I had neutral feedback. Success ratio 1 in 4. Yeah, so I've stopped to do it. I'm not bothered to do it. If it's a neutral feedback, I leave it as it is. I just write a reply to the feedback. Yeah, I just type in saying, right, I have offered customer a refund upon a return the item, and they didn't want to return the item, or something like that. Obviously, I don't lie. I say the truth. Yeah. And the other way to deal with negative feedback is just to phone eBay and ask them to remove it. Obviously, I've never done it, but obviously there has to be a reason for them to remove it. But if they say, no, we are not going to remove it, try again after 2 days. Maybe you will phone a different representative, will pick up the phone, and they will say, yeah, okay, we will remove it. Yeah, maybe they will be happy. Maybe, I don't know, they won on the lottery and they are happy as Larry, and they will side you without a problem. Yeah, just try to be nice. Yeah, don't be patronizing, don't be rude, don't be demanding. Yeah, being nice will take you further than being rude. Trust me, trust me. Yeah. Number 5, guys, act quickly. When customer contacts you that there is a problem, you have to act super quickly, yeah, as quick as you can. You've got the pissed off customer who actually tried to contact you and you don't reply for 2 days, yeah. Boom, they have opened the case against you because you didn't reply, yeah. Or boom, they have left you negative feedback because you didn't reply, you didn't give a shit, yeah. In many cases, you will be able to sort things out before they will open a case or before they will leave negative feedback, and they will give you positive feedback because you've sorted out everything. Yeah, be quick. Yeah, don't wait 2 days. It's a matter of hours, guys. Sometimes even minutes. Sometimes somebody writes to you and 15 minutes later they open the case against you because you didn't write it back. Yeah, so they are impatient because they are upset. Yeah, they they don't want to wait for that reply for 3 days. Yeah, they obviously there are customers who will not even write to you. They will open the case straight away. Boom. Yeah, and there is nothing you can do really. But if you are quick and you reply for the message to the message, yeah, you can do a lot. Yeah, I have managed to avoid dozens, I mean dozens of defects because customer has written to me, hey, this item has a hole, there is a picture of a hole, and I have replied, no problem, I'm sorry about that, I must have missed it, here is your refund. Boom, refund, because there is no point to get the item back. If it's a cheap item, it has a hole, it won't sell anyway, so boom, refund. And they suddenly they write to you, wow, that was quick, thank you for your refund, that was really impressive. Boom, positive feedback. Yeah, and instead of having item not as described and paying for the item to be returned, you've got positive feedback and you just lost the few pences for the postage, for the postage that has gone to the customer, the original postage. Yeah, and that's it, guys, and you have avoided a defect which you would have to pay that refund anyway. If they open the case against you, you would have to pay for the refund anyway, and you would have a defect against your account. No brainer, really. Yeah, no brainer. Act as quick as you can. Yeah. Number 6, guys, the most important in my opinion. Yeah, water down the defects. You can't avoid them, but you can water them down. Yeah, the more you sell, guys, the more you sell, the defects means less. Yeah, so if you have a one defect over 100 transactions, that's 1%. If you've got 3 defects but in 500 transactions, that's way much less. Yeah, if you have 5 defects in 1,000 transactions, that's 0.5%. Yeah, so sometimes you think everything is fine, you've got no defects, your account is safe, but then unexpectedly something happens, you've got 3 defects straight away, one after another, and your account goes to the dogs. But if you sell a lot, say you've got 3,000 transactions over the last 12 months, those 3 defects means nothing. Yeah, they mean nothing because they will mean short time slowdown, but they will not affect your account in extra fees or even your account being closed or being demoted from top seller to account above average. Yeah, if you have 3,000 transactions, yeah, and you've got 1 defect, 2 defects, 3 or even 5 defects, still there is no reason to panic, because that is still well below 1%. Yeah, in fact, you will need 30 defects, the same defects or similar defects in the same categories. So, for example, late delivery, yeah, 30 defects of late delivery to go to 1%, yeah, to go to 1%. Yeah, so guys, the more you sell, the more defects you're gonna get, yeah, because that's a numbers game. But the more you sell, the more you water down those defects, and that is the best way to stay on top defects. Water them down. So even if I sell an item that is £1, yeah, and I don't make any money on this, at least I have watered down my defect, yeah. So that's why I'm selling cheap items, even though some people would say, yeah, take it down, throw it away, put it, give it to the charity shop. I will still sell it for a £1.99, just to get that money back and water down my defect. Yeah, and that is the best way to water down the defect. Obviously, you have to stay on top everything else. Yeah, you have to do your job properly. You have to provide good description, disclose all the flaws, stay on top of shipping, provide good service, and all that kind of stuff. You have to still do that. Yeah, because if not, there will be just too many defects. Yeah. Okay guys, these were my 6 ways to avoid defects on eBay. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. It helps a lot. If you would like to support the channel further, please leave the comment down below, as this helps the channel even more. That's it for now guys. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time. God bless you all, and bye bye.